any indication, the upcoming party where Jasmine and Natalie are in the same room will be the reality TV equivalent of a car crash you can't look away from. But seriously, why are two grown women fighting over Gino? I wouldn't wish that fate on my worst enemy. Why is everyone supporting Jasmine? She had a baby by Matt. Did the writers think that the public would forget that? Where is the baby? Also, there is no talk about Jasmine's children back in her country. This is so fake. Susan Wilson, Tuesday 29th of July 2025. Gino and Jasmine are a joke. She still never got her children to the USA and Gino has a distinct meaning streak in him. Plus he likes her to suck his dirty toes and pee on him but no intercourse allowed. I wonder how the new Natalie is going to like the sexual weirdness. And then we have adorable Matt. Jasmine doesn't love him and tells him so. Yet he gives her a home, feeds her, and rescues her. If she is going to dump him, how about Veronica, Tim's ex for Matt? Speaking of Tim, he needs a stylist. Try emulating that cool Irish guy with nice clothes and tattoos. Get rid of the riding boots. Stop. Sunday 27th of July 2025. Kara drives me nuts. She is on her phone giggling and laughing. Instead of making her husband feel safe that she isn't doing anything wrong, she instead has him move out of the home. His gut told him that she was cheating and sadly, I think his gut was right. Her eyes said it all when she tried to play victim, while telling the story. She could say whatever she wanted with him not there. Kara, I don't think that I'm the only one that sees through your charades. You've chosen to party with your friends over raising your child with your husband. Time for you to grow up for the sake of your son. 90-Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 8 features closure, delusion, and an awkward declaration of love. By Happily Ever After. Daily. Season 9 Episode 10 landed firmly in the latter category, a slow burn car crash where every storyline managed to bleed into the next. Kara's teary meltdown flowed neatly into Elizabeth's discovery that her husband is basically the FBI, which dovetailed into Jasmine and Matt's relocation bombshell, before the hour closed on Brandon and Julia learning, again, that Betty treats weddings like hostile takeovers. TLC screenshot. It all began with Kara and Guillermo's trip, billed as a chance to reset their marriage, but it quickly unraveled into accusations and recriminations. Let TV Fanatic come to you. You can have great TV Fanatic content delivered right to your inbox. All you need to do is subscribe now. Guillermo leaned into the cheating narrative so hard you'd think he was auditioning for a Maury reboot, while Kara tried to flip the script by hinting maybe he was the guilty one. TLC screenshot. The confrontation reached its peak when she begged him to look her in the eye and deny it. He did, but the denial landed with all the authenticity of a bad reality audition tape. 90-Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. Season 9 has been wild. He whined about her staying out late, she claimed she was doing the hard work of networking for her singing career, and then the tears came. Kara insisted she no longer believed Guillermo was her person, slammed the hotel door on the way out, and left him blinking in shock like a man surprised to see the fire after playing with matches. These two need to cut their ties and move on. But if Gino thinks he can slither back to Jasmine after Natalie dumped him, I hope he's ready for the bombshell that Jasmine is pregnant with Matt's baby. The irony is delicious. Gino, who thinks he's this irresistible prize, might have to watch Jasmine build an actual life with someone else. And let's be real, he's not exactly worth fighting over. The hat, the tantrums, the constant gaslighting, no thank you. Could Darcy and Georgie stand the test of time? Over in Bulgaria, Darcy finally met Georgie's parents, and honestly, it was about time. These two have been together forever, so I get why Georgie was nervous. His parents probably know Darcy's reality TV reputation, and let's face it, she doesn't exactly come across as low-key. Nobody asked to meet the victims. Law and Order. By Jack Ory. Brilliant Minds hints at pushing Wolf to the edge, and we need to talk about it. By Laura Novak. I'm a handful of episodes into my Supernatural first-time watch, and something is missing. By Dennis Kamothi. To my surprise, though, the meeting went relatively well. The language barrier was an obstacle, sure, but Georgie's parents seemed open to Darcy after a rocky start. For a second, I almost believed things could be smooth. Then I remembered who we're dealing with. Darcy and Georgie can barely keep it together on a dinner date, let alone a family trip. The tension was bubbling under the surface the entire time. One more glass of wine and they would have exploded. So while the introductions were polite, I'm not betting on peace lasting long. All in all, this episode delivered the kind of chaotic energy we tune in for. Brandon continues to be the weakest husband on the planet. Julia deserves sainthood. Jasmine's juggling men like it's a sport. Gino's delusional enough to think he's the prize. Natalie dropped the mic and left, and Darcy's trying and maybe failing to play the part of future daughter-in-law. Season 9 is heating up, and the reunion promises to be messy. The only thing I know for sure, someone's going to walk off set. Probably multiple people. So, what's your take? Was Brandon wrong for leaving with his parents? Will Julia finally snap? 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 10 Recap. Tears, phone snooping, and a Florida curveball. The drama is intensifying on 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 10, which left many relationships in tatters. Read on. 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 8 features closure, delusion, and an awkward declaration of love. Oh my, what a mess 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 8 is. So many relationships are on the line. 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 7 delivers non-stop chaos. 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 7 sent the drama into overdrive, but who's headed for Splitsville? TV Fanatic is searching for passionate contributors to share their voices across various article types. Think you have what it takes to be a TV fanatic? Click here for more information and next steps. D. Blanchard. Tuesday 19th of August 2025. Kara is a narcissist. I am glad to see that Guillermo is catching on to her. She tries to gaslight him, and as Guillermo left me, when actually she kicked him out. Her career is just an extension of her need to be admired, and her supreme confidence that she deserves our admiration. I think motherhood will not be her strong suit. In fact, I think Guillermo will end up raising their child. Carrie J. Knox. Monday 11th of August 2025. I was convinced to invest here by a friend I met on Tinder. Her name was Annie. Now I know she could be anyone else. At first everything was going on well until I requested for withdrawal. That's when the nightmare started. I had to put in more money before I could withdraw. Then came the unending taxes. I was fined and taxed for various reasons. There was always a reason why I couldn't take out my money. I was tired of everything and began looking for help. Since all the payments I made were through cryptocurrencies, my local police could not help me. Luckily I finally got help from the authorities. I contacted via email at remoteaccessrecovery@gmail.com. Wonderfully, after providing my details, it took them barely a week to trace and retrieve my funds. Get help from them if you are in a similar. Jesse. Thursday 7th of August 2025. Happy his wife is calling him out now. Men always ruining perfect union by cheating and they can't take it. I had same case of cheating, had to contact someone to remotely help me spy on his phone. Ultimately I could see everything he was doing on his phone through my device in another country. Thanks to Olevhaktista on ig for doing this sad world we live in. 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 5 Review. Are we being punked? By author Paul Daly. Does anyone else feel like we're being punked with 90 Day Fiance? Happily Ever After. Season 9. Just when it seemed the franchise was inching toward a comeback, 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. Season 9 Episode 5 stumbles in wearing last year's plotlines and smelling faintly of desperation. The editors have somehow perfected the art of stretching 10 minutes of story into 2 hours of television. It's like being served a charcuterie board where all the meat and cheese has been replaced with unsalted crackers. Gino and Jasmine. The never-ending shriekfest on 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After. We start with Gino and Jasmine's reunion, which began on a somewhat civil note and then quickly devolved into a screaming match that made me reach for the mute button. There's shouting, and then there's whatever the hell that was, a shrill symphony of emotional warfare that could peel the paint off your walls. Here's the thing, Gino's sudden change of heart about his marriage isn't that sudden. It's painfully clear he's been mentally preparing to exit for a while, probably since the first time Jasmine side-eyed him for wearing that cursed hat indoors. The Terminal List. Dark Wolf Season 1 Episode 5 Review. E&E and the Murky Line Between Monsters and Missions. By Carissa Pavlica. Platonic Season 2 Episode 7 Review. Unwanted House Guests and Shocking Secrets. By Laura Novak. Only Murders